Please remember to like, subscribe and comment, as we love to hear back from our viewers. Also, if you enjoy our videos, please consider becoming a patron of our show through Patreon and or GoFundMe. Links are listed below the video in the description. From the deepest, darkest recesses of Dangerous Nerds headquarters, Keith Moncrief and Gerry Kissell.
Hey guys, another episode of Pop Culture Minefield with Keith
and Gerry.
And wait, that was a great episode yesterday. Susan, we screwed up and forgot to introduce her. So I said, just open the episode. Do a cold Saturday Night Live opening. And she did her thing. It was fun. And of course, I made fun of us by putting the whole Seinfeld joke gag. Did you watch that?
Love it. Hi, Susan.
Susan. Today we're having a great conversation, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But the fact is, all of us were deeply affected today. Some of us knew Peter Mayhew. I got to know him because I did the con circuit, and I got to meet him through that. And I also met him through Shane Moore, my good friend, and he passed away today. Devastating news. Left my daughter in a heaping ball on the floor tonight. I had to get off the phone with her because I knew I did not want to witness what was happening with her. And it's really sad. He's, of course, Chewbacca from Star Wars. The original Chewbacca, the one with the blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this guy that's playing him now, but his eyes are so different, so it always feels like you're not watching Chewbacca. It feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Peter Mayhew put a lot of his personality in there, so, I don't know, man. I loved him as Chewbacca, and having met him and gotten to know him over the years, I think he's one of the sweetest people I think I've ever met. Just very kind.
Always genuine.
Oh, and he was so sweet to Zoe whenever he saw her. That was just, yeah. So, farewell, Peter. I know you're towering over somebody right now.
Yeah.
So, no matter what you believe, he's somewhere towering over somebody. So, that's it. Rest in peace. And I guess we'll try to make this happier because it's Happy Friday, man. It's the end of the week.
Yeah.
And so, well, I guess we're going to talk about Tucker and Dale.
Yeah, the director, Eli Craig, has a new movie that he's...
What's this Tucker and Dale about?
Well, Tucker and Dale is a movie that many of you out there should have already have seen.
It's one of the funniest damn things. And I've been calling for a sequel to that thing since I saw it the first time. And, I was hooked from the moment I heard that. How do you pronounce his name? Tudyk or
Alan Tudyk?
Yeah. Is it Tudyk?
Yeah.
I never know how to pronounce. I don't like names with a whole bunch of really weird consonants and semi-consonants, because a Y is kind of a consonant, kind of a vowel.
Mm-hmm.
So I never know how to pronounce his name. And it's
Tyler
Tudyk?
Yeah, Alan Tudyk and Tyler Labine.
Tyler Labine, because I just watched him in the final season of Santa Clarita Diet.
Mm-hmm.
He took over for Nathan Fillion as the zombie head.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all made up, so you couldn't... It was meant to look a little like
Nathan.
But I kept going, what's wrong with his voice? It just doesn't sound right. So as I'm watching it, I Googled IMDb, and I'm like, oh, it's Alan Tudyk guy. I love that guy ever since Firefly. Well,
you should know how.
Yeah.
You should know how he sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really. By the way, I'm sad in a certain way because I ended up watching the third season of that show, and it was really a lot better than I initially had hit. Don't get me wrong; the first season was the best season.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 was good, not great. Season 3, same thing, but it had some great stuff, and it has a cliffhanger ending in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and this is something Susan and I were talking about before. I don't know if you jumped into that conversation or not, but I said I consider it shitty when a network waits until you've already shot all your episodes to let you know you're canceled.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to leave with a cliffhanger, which there's always a chance you don't get to get your wrap up. So when you see something like Netflix doing that, Netflix should have an agreement with every series maker that they offer them a 1 hour or 2 hour wrap up movie to go with their contract, so that fans aren't left wondering, well, what the heck happened?
Not everybody's lucky enough to eventually get around to having some sort of a wrap up movie that they're able to make, like Farscape did.
Oh, yeah.
Peacekeeper
I
Worlds.
loved what they did with that.
Oh, jeez. It's just great stuff. And
science fiction done correctly.
Yeah.
And when people, go, now Star Trek Discovery, that's good science fiction. I'm like going, okay, go back and watch Stargate, go watch Farscape, and learn what real good science fiction television is.
Even Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 is really good sci-fi, TV sci-fi.
Yeah. And J. Michael Straczynski, in my opinion,
should take over.
Yeah, he should take over any new Star Trek related whatever they want to do.
Yeah, exactly. So back to Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
I'll never pronounce that guy's name.
Yeah.
He's also in another show I love watching, which is Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
And he plays
Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody. And he's creepy as heck, but he's funny. But he did this movie with that other dude from Sons of
Anarchy?
No, not Sons of Anarchy. That city south of Phoenix. I always Tucson, Sons of Tucson.
Mm-hmm.
He did that show. He was also in that TV series where the kid makes a deal with the devil and gets to come back, and he has to capture souls. And
yeah.
And he was also on Ghosted on Hulu.
Yeah. Well,
I can't think of his name.
Tyler Labine.
Tyler Labine. That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
of.
he's. I've always liked that dude.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Absolutely one of the funniest dudes I've ever seen. And he and Alan are brothers in this movie, and they're rednecks, and it's setting up. They set up this whole thing that it's like this whole backcountry rednecks are the bad guys, and these kids that come from the city are coming there, and they just think these two rednecks are going to be psycho killers, wanting to hunt them down in the woods, and of course the two characters are just the sweetest guys in the world, and everything they do gets misconstrued by the city people, and it's just so funny. It's one of the best comedy horror films I'd seen in a long freaking time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we're finally getting a sequel. What is that, 7 years ago, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
And finally getting our sequel to this movie. And it's Eli Craig. He directed the first one?
He directed Tucker and Dale, and he just signed to do a new comedy called Bride and Doom, which is a wedding-themed horror comedy, which is Cloverfield meets Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Okay. Yeah. I'm in.
Right?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
I love that. And I'm just excited that we get another Tucker and Dale, because that movie is so freaking funny. The brothers, like, they keep killing themselves. I don't know why they can't. He jumped into the wood chipper. And the guy did. He fell into the wood chipper. It wasn't thrown in. Everybody thinks that they were. It's just so funny. That movie is crazy. But is that going to be like did they say anything if it's a theatrical, or are they going to do?
Yeah, this is
Netflix.
This is definitely going to be a theatrical thing.
Ooh.
Limited run. I'm sure it's going to hit Netflix or some other service eventually. So
yeah.
But if you are a big fan of Tucker and Dale, the director of that has a new comedy called Bride and Doom.
Very exciting. Tony Todd. I caught a glimpse of that. I think I posted a thing, but I never did read the article. Do you know what's going on with him as far as...
It's just him commenting on the new Candyman movie that's coming.
So that they've finally talked to him.
I think they have. And that's always a good thing. Look, I know a lot of people out there were not very happy to have a new Candyman film and no Tony Todd being the lead. But I think even Tony would probably tell you, it's not so much that, that they had to recast. It's just the fact that it would have been nice to get a phone call or something, or to give him the opportunity to even make a cameo appearance.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
It's just something to have not contacted the guy who established that character and helped sell him for so many years. Not to mention he was Worf's older brother.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Kern.
yeah. Worf. So I don't know.
Actually, he was Worf's younger brother.
I'm hoping it was a younger brother. That's right.
Worf was always reminding him, "I am the elder brother."
Yeah, Worf. So Tony Todd talks to the Candyman people. That's good. That's good news. So what else we got? Anything else interesting?
Nothing else of real substance other than the fact that you should just go out today. Make sure to use this day to remember Peter Mayhew and all of all of his performances that you really loved. Just start out watching Star Wars.
I'm going to watch too, because I talked to my daughter earlier to give her the bad news, and I said pop these movies in and just celebrate his life. The two for me are the Sinbad movie.
Yeah,
he played the Minotaur, and I'm going to watch, of course, Empire Strikes Back.
good one.
It's my favorite Star Wars movie of all time.
It's the best Chewbacca performance.
Well, until Solo. And I got to tell you, as much grief as I gave that movie, I loved the Chewbacca character. But it's not Peter Mayhew.
Yeah.
That's that other dude. The doppelganger Chewbacca.
Well, that young man's actually pretty good at the part, though.
Yes. I just wish he had blue eyes.
Yeah.
And with that, this is Keith.
That's scary.
And Pop Culture Minefield's out of here.
Out of here.
See you guys later. Have a good Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.